Today we are going to talk about how to build your perfect deck. Of course, there isn't really a perfect deck out there, but there can be a perfect deck for you out there. So there are different kind of players in the game. So no matter you want to see just one deck, you will see many different decks. Just like 3 to 4 or 5 different decks in the top 20s. I'm not class 20, but in the I would say in my class and higher, I just see few different decks, and you have to find out for yourself to what part of player you're using. In my how you call my current deck isn't really in the meta, but this fits my playstyle. Of course, there's assassin, but assassin, I think meta is stronger than assassin. Just my opinion. But assassin can also be really strong. So I'm going to show you in this video how you call it 3, 4, 5, I don't know, different decks. So this is one deck. This is what I found out from another player called Death Note. He said this is the strongest deck. So this Solar Blizzard, it's just a solar deck. Blizzard and Light and other thing are just to support the solar deck, and you have to play with 9 solar, not the 4 solar. So in PvP you play with 9 solar. So this is a harder deck to control. So when you play in this deck, you need to be an expert. Even myself playing solar gun deck in co-op mode for many weeks, I can't play this deck. So I won't do any how you call it, any gameplay with this deck because I can't control it and it's too complicated for me. I know you have to control the 9 solars, but controlling it isn't that easy. And playing against assassin, even I played assassin against this deck and I lost because they know how to control it. So if you know how to play this deck, you can how you call it, if you know how you can play the deck, you can get to the top. Of course, you need good crit damage as well. I'm at 971. Yeah, this is the one deck. So this is the number. It's on the one of the best decks. But if you can control it, for you, it isn't the perfect deck. So the other deck, actually, I didn't want to show, but you already know. You can play the Summoner Typhoon in the meta. I showed some other player this deck and I nearly lose to him. I nearly, but I won. But how you call it? The difference is I just had more crit damage, but his crit damage was lower and he was close to beating me. So maybe the deck fits its style. So the playstyle in this deck is just building up on Summoner with Typhoon, and in the later stages you go for meta to kill your opponent. So the another deck, of course, I'm going to show this as well, the Assassin. So the Assassin, you have different playstyles of it. You got the one I'm showing you right now, the Summoner Assassin. Then you get the Sacrifice Assassin, and also the one I call the Aggressive Assassin. This looks like this, how you call it, you don't play Growth. And because in every meta deck, you see Growth and Joker. But this one is a deck that doesn't play Growth. This is called the Aggressive Assassin. You play Summoner and Summoner and Sacrifice. So the plan of this deck is to weaken your opponent down before he's getting the boss stage. So this deck kills the opponent fast. But when your opponent is strong and can survive with one dice somehow on the field, this deck in the later stakes is weak. So this deck is like assassin to assassinate your opponent down as fast as possible. I'm not sure if you can do in how you call it in fast meta. Nah, I don't think, because the mobs at the beginning are weak and in the late stages the deck won't get there. So assassin, you saw the 3 combinations. There might be other assassination decks out there. Maybe you can try those. I saw also one with the gear dice. I'm not sure if I didn't find that deck hard to beat. It was strong, but yeah. I'm going to show you now the other deck. So this is also one of the most used decks in the meta, the Element Typhoon deck. This deck is very strong. If you know how to control it, where to place the elements, and if you need to be also a little bit lucky at the beginning, because when you play against Assassination and you're unlucky at the beginning, you're going to lose. But against other decks that doesn't have any assassin, you can you're most likely going to win, unless you're playing against combo or Sura. Those decks are the ones though that holds on to the longest save. So it's about who has more crit damage, who has the better field, who's more lucky, and so on and so on. So this is one of the best decks out there. I can play it, but playing this deck doesn't fit right. I need to spawn something on the opponent, because I was playing from class 4 or something to class 15 assassination. So playing other deck doesn't do anything on the opponent's side. Doesn't feels right to me. So I'm playing meta. I think meta is the upgrade for assassination. For the long, when it comes to the long runs. Assassination, when you play it, it's focused more on short runs. And meta is like, yeah, I want middle long-ish runs. And the longer the runs goes, the stronger is the struggle for the opponent. Yeah, this is the element. And there are many YouTube videos out there about the element dice, how to use it and how to control it. And many players got with this deck to class 20 as well. There's also a different different element dice deck out there. I saw this one. I had a few matchups, and it's strong as well. So there are many styles of building your decks. So I'm going to show you a few, and you can test them all out. But what you notice in every deck, it doesn't matter which deck I show you. Every deck has those two dice. Those are the most important dice when you want to get to class 20. You can get to class 12 without legendaries, but after that you will see everybody has growth after class 12. Before you can get to class with no legendary, but after that I don't think you can win. I don't think I'm going to lose to somebody who doesn't have a growth dice. I haven't seen that yet. Only maybe the aggressive assassin yet. That deck, only that deck. But other decks won't beat me. I'm sure of it. Maybe when he has same crit damage, or if he's a hacker or something. But else, I don't see it. So this deck is also strong, and I lost to somebody with meta as well, with playing with mine. And I'm going to show you two more decks, and you can build out of those decks your perfect deck that fits you. And so this is another deck. So this deck, when I see it, I'll like, when I first time saw it, I was like, you're playing critical, isn't that bad? And you're playing modified and iron ore, like easy matchup. But playing against this deck, I was like, why is he surviving so long? I was playing assassin at the time. His field was like weak, but he's still surviving a long time. Sometimes I win, sometimes I lose. So this deck is very strong. Critical, increase the critical rate, so your dice does do more damage. And iron's focused for the bosses and modified for the mobs. Growth helps the modified to get a higher dot, so the modified takes the, you know what, modified, you can take more enemies, whatever. So this deck is strong. Don't underestimate this deck. Many players knows already this deck is strong. There are also another version of this deck. Instead of playing modified, other player play, how you call it, the taunt. They play this style. This is also strong, this deck. The taunt is focusing on the how you call it, on the waves and the iron for the boss stages or mini boss. And also there's deck where you don't play the critical, you play instead of it. I think it was like this, you play like Blizzard instead of critical. So this is also strong. There are many different decks out there that are very strong. There's not just one meta deck out there. There are many different decks. And you have to find one you can play the best which fits you, so you can get to the higher stages. Of course, when you hit class 12, you need to win lots of battles to get to the top. And the best way to get to the top is when you have a win streak. So that's why I say do more co-op mode battles, so your crit damage will be in your class. How you call it? Your crit damage will be in your class like too low, too high. Your crit damage is too high for your class. Then you have a winning streak. With that winning streak, you win, and the bonus you get from the winning streak, so you can climb up in the stages faster. So I'm just going to show you one more deck. This deck is also strong. So this is the gear dice. You know gear dice how it does. When you get more gear dice nearby, the gear dice gets stronger. And I don't think stronger, but it gets faster and stronger. So more gear dice on the field, it gets faster. So with supplement, you get the gear dice to the higher dot level. But the kryptonite to this deck is the, how you call it, the knight. So yeah, when you get a knight, the goal of the gear dice is to get rid of it before it transforms the field. And yeah, so that's it with the video. Out of those decks, you can build your perfect deck that fits you. Also, oh, I forgot about the combo dice. I couldn't show it here because I don't have the combo dice to show them. There's also hell dice. There are different decks I haven't mentioned yet. There's so many decks out there that can be your personal perfect deck. For me, it's the Meta, Summoner, Typhoon, Growth, and Joker. Of course, there are other sometimes I switch up my decks, but for now I'm playing the Meta version. And we don't know what the flow or the moon dice will do. So the recording time, I don't have, the upgrade isn't hit yet. So we're on the 7th of June and the upgrade isn't there yet. Maybe when I upload this video, the update is there and this video will be out of date. But anyway, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching and bye.